Howdy everybody, it's me, the Dio and Big O. Welcome back to Suikoden 8, or Suikoden, Part 8. Yeah, about this one. This is actually post-commentary. Hoo boy. Because the first commentary track I made of this was so regrettably bad. It's the reason that I was on hiatus for, like, a while. Not merely just because of my laziness like usual. But, yeah. It was really bad. That's all I'm really gonna say about it. I mean, I know the quality of my videos isn't always great, but I try to maintain a consistent, just slightly below average. If I can ever get it higher than that, it makes me happy. But yeah, this episode on the whole is pretty boring. Not a whole lot to talk about until we actually get to the dwarf village, which takes a little while, because we have to go over a mountain first. By the way, if you remember in the last episode, we ran into Kuromimi, who says that all the kobolds are sick. Meanwhile, we're constantly getting attacked by kobolds and having to slaughter them wholesale. That's sort of it's going to be sort of a running theme in this particular episode, to be honest. Get a drink of water here. But yeah. So I think from now on, because the problem with my last video was that I was struggling for things to talk about because there was pretty much nothing going on in the video. So I kept... Oh, by the way, here we are, killing dwarves. Our mission is, by the way, is one of peace. We're going to talk to the dwarves to try to get their help. And yet, on the way there, we are going to kill about 50,000 dwarves. It's okay though, because it'll just be our little secret. They don't have to know about that. And really, apparently they end up not even really caring anyhow, so... But yeah, I had been struggling for things to talk about. And the things I did figure out to talk about in order to fill in that dead air was just awful. And I kept going back to it. And there was a lot of apologizing too for the dead air. I think from now on we'll try to do this in a slightly more lax way, where if I can't think of something to say right at that moment, I just, instead of just reaching and trying to awkwardly, forcibly say something, I'll just let it go until something happens or I can think of something to say. So anyways, the enemies in this area actually end up being pretty strong, and I struggle a little bit on my way through here. Ooh, I got a karate uniform. I'm pretty sure that was... I actually end up getting some good equipment out of this though, or at least for some people. Right? Oh yeah, I forgot. Valeria's got practically nothing on. Switch out her hard brass armor for, you know, a comfy cotton karate gi. because that is way more defensive. Somehow. I don't know. Cloth is harder than brass. Proven fact. Oh, I got a feather. I think that's an accessory? Yeah, it's one my character has equipped. It's a really good accessory. Yeah, give it to Valeria. She needs all the help she can get. By the way... God. Sorry about that. Probably gonna edit out those coughs if I remember. I almost certainly will not. So again, I'm sorry. But I think it's funny that characters like Valeria still get charges for different levels of magic, even though she can never remove her Falcon rune and put another one in there. This game does a few things like that, and we will get to the weirdest case of that, like, way later on. By the way, up here pretty soon, I think I'm gonna... not making any promises here, but I'll, with the new year coming up, I think I might make a few videos of, like, possible teasers for projects I might do in the coming year, if I can get off my ass and actually stay fairly consistent. Honestly, that's not fair to myself, because I work long hours, 5 days a week, and so I don't actually have all that much time to do this. And I don't really like doing stuff on my days off either. But whatever. I always try to tell myself if at least one person gets entertainment out of this, then, you know, it's worth it. Luckily, though, it seems as though at least 2 people get entertainment out of the videos I post. So that's doubling up. That's good. So another reason I stopped for a little while is because I was planning on, because the internet I got here is pretty weak, and it sort of makes it a real pain in the ass whenever I try to upload certain slightly longer than average videos like this here Suikoden video. So I've been trying to get stronger internet, and you would think that would be easy, because I could easily afford it. But just the situation that I'm in, there's a whole huge to-do about getting better internet, so it's gonna take a while, probably. But should I ever actually get that better internet, I'm going to investigate into actually doing some streaming and stuff. And I actually like the idea of streaming, like, more than I used to now, because that gives you, like, an audience that you can actually talk to and that can talk back at you and hurl insults at you constantly. As my friends that usually ambush me in those in stream chats are wont to do. Or at least the one time that I did stream, like a long time ago. Anyways, yeah, here we are, still dealing with these eagle men and dwarves. By the way, it's about this point that I start really, really regretting bringing Jupo along, because he is just so bad. So weak. And these guys are actually doing pretty good damage. Yeah, you get him, Jupo. Jeppo. I think the way his name is that Jeppo would make more sense in sounding it out. But I think it might actually supposed to be Jupo. Yeah. So yeah, do some, well, for the most part, just some fun little extra thing for the end of the year. Do a little video full of, like, games that I might get around to at, and next year, maybe. I would like to. But, you know, I keep finding myself in very large projects like this one and Saga Frontier, which are my fault. I chose them. I have no one to blame but myself there. I still try to throw smaller projects in there now and again. Also, I'm working on trying to probably do some newer games next year too, now that I've got a good capture card. The only thing with that is that my PS3 has some kind of built-in feature called HDCP. I could probably look up what that means, but I'm too lazy to do it, so I don't really worry about it. Basically, it just doesn't allow me to capture footage through my capture card with it. Maybe it's like high-definition capture protection or something like that. I don't know. But I'm working on trying to find a way around that. I've looked that up online, and I think apparently I need something called I need an HDMI splitter. Maybe I'll get one up here soon. Because I've got a lot of goofy games for my PS3 that I'd like to show you guys. I haven't got around to it. I don't know. Ah, got a mystery painting. What do you want to bet that that's just like scribbles or something like that? Although it looks like I've only got one of them, so it might actually be something good. Because usually if it's like doodles or scribbles, the game just drops like 10 of them on you. Ah, a single eagle man all by himself. We shall have to deal with him before he can... Oh, he's dead. Killer crystal. I forget what that one does. Yeah, I just can't remember. Oh no, boars! Huh. I like the fact that the dwarves have teamed up with the animals in the area to fight against us. As if the dwarves are protectors of the environment. Even though they're kind of like the fantasy face of world industrialization for the most part. Also notice that a lot of fantasy, like, movies and books and stuff like that always go ahead and make dwarves like this dying breed. Just like out of J.R.R. Tolkien's work. By the way, Even though it looks like we're getting a decent amount of money right now, stuff in the dwarf village is expensive. And yeah, after all is said and done, I really end up needing to grind out stuff. But I did that off camera after the video ended. That's no big deal. I think it's the weapon upgrades. The weapon upgrades get so ridiculously expensive in this game. It's absurd. There's also an item we get sometime in the future. I mean, we got Vicky on our team in the last video, but there's an item that we get that kind of goes alongside Vicky that allows us to teleport right back to the castle whenever we want, and then Vicky can just teleport us back to places we've already been. Which would have been nice to have here, because really, yeah, Jeppo is just... He's not very helpful. And what with that trick rune on his arm, can't really put anything else on his arm. Also, I always love... I mean, I think I've brought up this before. The game gives you boar crystals, which are Pawns rune, and they can... I think the description of them actually calls them Pawns rune. And you can't do anything with them. You can't equip them to anybody else. It's Pawns rune, of which there's like 1 million copies of. I think they're worth a decent amount of money though, so that's good. But it's literally just a useless item that got thrown into the enemy item drop pool somehow. Don't mind Pawn, he's just taking a dirt nap. He'll be fine. Yeah. I'm not sure if there's any kind of limit to how many water rune pieces you can stuff into your weapon on this game. Because I'm gonna keep stuffing more in there. It deals an extra 5 health for every piece that's in your weapon. I think I'll have to consult older videos to remember which enemy specifically actually drops them. But it would be fun to eventually go back and, like, off camera, get a bunch of them and make my guy practically immortal through his ability to regenerate health. Alright, we're nearly there. Hey look, it's Kuromimi again. Hey Kuromimi, sorry about that whole slaughter of all your kobold friends. Oh, okay. So busy that you can just clip right through my people. Gotcha. I think this is actually the end of the mountain trail. We might finally be past the boring part of this video. Go say hi to the dwarves. There's fun to be had there. I know we're probably about more than halfway through the video now, but let me just throw a disclaimer that I probably could have thrown up at the beginning of the video. Not a whole lot happens in this video. I might have actually already said that. We basically just travel from the elf village to the dwarf village and get our next objective. Yeah, there it is right there. Also, I do a little buying, selling, and blacksmithery. It's amazing for humans to get here safely. Why, all of our friends are patrolling the mountains, killing anybody that comes around. But you've made it to our village, so you're worthy of our hospitality, friend. By the way, our beds are really small. Ha 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 ha. Enjoy having your legs dangle off the end. And so we did. I don't think that's... Okay, you might be thinking of electricity, which would qualify as lightning, but not as thunder. Here's the blacksmith. But first, let's get Mies here. I believe that is the third blacksmith? Alright. Now let's sharpen our weapons here. I think he can sharpen them a good bit, too. Yeah! Way more expensive. Yeah! Let's do it! I'm certain I had a fortune rune piece. Forgetting entirely that a fortune rune piece is just something you use on your character to increase their luck. Yeah, that's 7,500 used so far. And 14,500. Yeah! 25,500. That's how money works in this game. You have a lot of it, and then you go get one of your weapons tempered, and then you have none of it. That's another reason I wish I could warp back to the castle. This would be a good time to go visit my buddy Gaspard. So that he can throw him some money my way. Oh no, never mind. Boar runes don't sell for anything. And merchants won't buy them. So you basically have to throw them on the ground. Or stuff 1,000,000 of them in your warehouse. So it's just got medicines and mega medicines. Oh yeah, that's right, we were running out of medicines and stuff. Are you one of those so-called humans? An Imperial general named Quanda is attacking the village of the elves. What a bastard, man. Even if you hate people, you'd still be sad if such people ended up, like... If like a bully picks on you, and you know later on you find out that that bully died a horrible death, you'd still feel a little bit bad for him. You wouldn't be like, well, he called me fat that one day, so fuck him. Or, you know, maybe you would. Oh, a Japanese dish. It's worth a decent amount. I think I actually do end up selling it too. And a flower painting. Not bad. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I changed my mind eventually. Because I realize I'm gonna have to be holding on to that stuff. And look at all this armor! It's so expensive! Also, I have no people in my team that can wear half armor, which means that I have, like, no qualified... God, why did... The kobolds, the dwarves, and the elves all hate each other. But yet they live in relative proximity to each other. Okay. We hate the elves, and the elves look down upon us. I mean, remembers the original reason for the hatred. That old nugget. Ah, thank you for that information. I kicked open his door and he was like, "Elemental runes contain the power of the elements!" Or, "Runes contain the power of the elements." And I'm like, alright. See, you don't mess with the crazy people. That's why I walked right back out the door. That must be the dwarf elder. Surely he'll help us. Hand in hand. Ah, so that's what's going on with the mirror. Wow! Why would... Yeah, what a thing to say. The dwarves are all hoity-toity. I hope they're burned to death in their tree. Oh, by the way, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like that can happen because they totally didn't steal our blueprint. Which is what he's about to say. Ninja went in and stole your blueprint. Nobody could steal our blueprint. They'd have to be like a ninja to get in there. If you're saying that someone could break into our vault and sneak in and grab our blueprint, I challenge you to prove that's a possibility by murdering your way to the bottom floor of our vault up north and getting some other innocuous item. At which point it's like, oh, you're on? Why are you so intent on getting your people killed? This confuses me. Ah, we're nearly at an end. Alright. Well, that'll do it for this much better episode than I originally recorded. I'm the DOM Big O, and I shall see you next time.